Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. I got to get up off of here because I have to watch Married to Medicine. Based off of the previews that I saw, it is about to be a circus. It's about to be so much carrying on. I'm going to tell y'all how I'm about to watch this episode. I made me a fruit salad earlier. Is it a fruit salad? Is that what it's called? I cut some apples up, some strawberries. Um, what else I put? I thought I got a peach, but it wasn't a peach. Is it a nectarine and a plum? I put something else. Anyways, and I just cut it up in pieces. And it's this girl I follow. I think she's a black girl. She might be white. I don't know. It's a girl I follow on Instagram. She makes fruit salads all the time, and she squeezes lime on the top, and then she pours a little honey, drizzles a little honey. She stirs it up. Yay! So I made me a fruit salad, and I bought me a bottle of wine because the liquor store was closed. And so, because I really wanted something hard, but I said, we're gonna be good with we're gonna be good with the wine. So I went and bought me a bottle of wine, and I'm gonna sit here and watch this episode of Married to Medicine, and then tomorrow, I'll have the review out, and then I'll also do Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Potomac reunion has actually been really, really cute. It wasn't just eventful, but I do like the vibe of this reunion, believe it or not. I might go back to being Team Giselle. I don't know. Y'all know Giselle just leave a dirty taste in my mouth because she really disappointed me over the last few seasons. But I might go back to being Team Giselle. Tell Giselle I said, hey. She might go back to being my girl. I really want to like Giselle. It's hard for me to let the girls go. Okay. But anyways, I might go back to liking Giselle. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into this mess. Speaking of Real Housewives of Potomac, baby, this is according to Reality Blurb. Prosecutor confirms Karen Huger has had 4 DUI offenses as RHOP star faces sentencing in a few days. See how much time they want her to serve, plus live viewing thread. Y'all heard what I just said? Last month, Real Housewives of Potomac alum Robin Dixon suggested Karen Huger's most recent DUI was her 4th, and a prosecutor is now confirming Robin was indeed correct. Stop. A couple of you in the comments, and I feel like I said this, but I didn't stay on it too long, or maybe I didn't say it. But I do remember a couple of you in the comments. Maybe we were live. I can't remember. But I do remember for a fact that some of you said that it has now been put out, and some of you mentioned Robin's name, that Karen has 4 DUIs. Now, I have heard scuttlebutt amongst the World Wide Web of people saying that Karen had 4 to 5 DUIs. I kind of left it alone because I really didn't hear too many people reporting on it. I like to have some backup. I like to say, I got this from, Kara, I got this from so-and-so said. That's what I like to do, right? And if it doesn't really come from like a major publication, um, one of the main blogs, and even then I still have to Google to see if the major publications are discussing it too, especially something that people could say is slander and all that carrying on. So some of you told me this, and I was like, girl, what? Girl. And then some of you have also been saying that, girl, Sharice already said this at the beginning of RHOP. Now, I remember Sharice saying a lot of things. We watch a lot of reality TV. I don't remember Sharice saying that the girl had 4 or 5 DUIs. Well, Robin is spilling the tea, baby. Shout out to Big Rob. Ahead of Karen's sentencing on Wednesday, February the 26th, the prosecutor in her case filed a court document telling the judge Karen, 61, should actually do some jail time because this happens to be her 4th alcohol-related traffic case. On February 22nd, the Washington Post shared an update on Karen's criminal case, citing the recent filing. Oh, let me plug this up. Sorry. It's about to go dead. Sorry, y'all. Okay. On February the 22nd, the Washington Post shared an update on Karen's criminal case, citing the recent filing by prosecutor Jordan Kramer. In the court filing, she accused Karen of having 3 previous alcohol-related traffic offenses from the years 2006 to 2011. 2006 to 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And girl, you had 3. Which resulted in a guilty verdict for driving while impaired and and another for driving under the influence. Despite the guilty findings, Karen served 0 jail time for all of her previous offenses. The fact that Miss Huger has repeatedly been given the benefit of another chance on 3 separate occasions demonstrates that she has not learned anything from her prior arrest, wrote the prosecutor. In fact, it appears as if she's been emboldened. I tried to tell y'all this. I'm not no lawyer. I'm not no prosecutor. I don't know nothing about the law and DUIs and all that stuff. I know it can range. It can be different from state to state, right? But I said the last time, I don't know how it will look with Karen up and going to rehab, and this is her second DUI. How will the judge feel? Because it's not like you went right after your guilty verdict. Now the girls are saying you got 1, 2, 3, 4, girl. 4, girl. While Karen is facing up to 2 years in prison, the prosecutor is requesting that she be handed a 6-month sentence by the judge based on the sentencing guidelines in the state of Maryland. Karen's defense team, however, would prefer she serves 0 jail time, asking the judge to focus rather on rehabilitation for her. They cite the fact that Karen spent 28 days at a rehab facility in Florida to address 3 problems, including alcohol abuse, dependency on antidepressants, and her past trauma of being SA'd 42 years ago while she was in college. Karen's attorney claims that since her rehab stint, she has been participating in meetings every morning with an Alcoholics Anonymous coffee group. Similar to Karen's RHOP co-stars, the prosecutor also questioned the timing of Karen's rehab stint, which came after her guilty verdict and not before. Girl! Girl! I have been saying that like Additionally, Kramer wrote, the state is concerned that the program that Ms. Huger did choose to enroll in equates itself to a luxury resort experience, as they added that it offered spa services and meals made by a chef. So she went to the Four Seasons. Baby, Karen ain't went to no rehab, baby. Karen went to some little place so she could say she checked in, baby. She probably had her own apartment on the grounds, and baby lived her best life. Girl, let me just go check down here for 28 days, and girl, come back home. Karen is expected to speak in front of a judge during her sentencing on Wednesday. In March of last year, Karen crashed her car into a tree, which ultimately led to her arrest for driving while intoxicated. During her trial, police body cam footage showed her slurring her words, and she was ultimately found guilty on several counts. Y'all don't remember Karen slurring her words? Y'all don't remember?
Oh God!
That's what
I'm lit.
Yes, you are lit.
Can you?
That's why you're here.
No.
Karen was a mess, baby. And just last week, during part 1 of the RHOP reunion, Karen, who skipped the reunion, filmed an emotional video during which she denied being an alcoholic and stated that she went to rehab to address taking antidepressants and drinking. Shortly after her guilty verdict, Page 6 reported that Karen's future on RHOP might be in jeopardy, although the Bravo network has yet to address her status on the show. Listen, I, I when it comes to Karen, Karen is not at this point, y'all. Girl, you can be the biggest Karen stan in the world. Girl, 4 DUIs, y'all. Come on. It's one. People do make mistakes. How many times do you how many get out of jail free cards do you give someone for doing the same thing over and over and over and over before you stop calling it a mistake and just calling it what it is? It's intentional at this point. She just doesn't care. And this might not be the right analogy. It's like somebody continuing to cheat on you and just be like, I just make a mistake, girl. One, falling into coochie ain't no mistake. That's purposely done. Two, so even if you want to take that route, it still wouldn't be a mistake. Two, even if you did forgive somebody, how many get out of jail free cards do you give this person before they have to stop just saying, you know what, I just don't care about you, girl. Before you accept that they just don't care about you. Karen, I was one of the main ones who did not, I don't just like, and I was having a conversation with a friend earlier, and I was saying I just don't like to outright call people, believe it or not, I don't like to just outright give people, slap these titles on people. When I come down here and I say that I think that so and so is a colorist, right? Is because I sat back and really thought about what I have been seeing on my TV screen. And that's the conclusion that I came to. If I sit here and say that you are, a Karen, it's because I really sat back and thought about how you moved. You get what I'm saying? I didn't want to come down here and just say Karen is an alcoholic. But then when I had to really sit back and think about the way that Karen is going about this, girl, you were driving your car like the Fast and the Furious. You done ran into a tree, your car caught on fire, you knocked over signs, and even after all of that, you still don't think there's an issue. Then we bring in, at the time, people were saying that you had already had a DUI previously. Now they're saying you actually had 3 previous DUIs. But at some point, you have to just call it for what it is. Karen is an alcoholic. She does not have the best relationship with alcohol. It's whooping her ass, matter of fact. And Karen wants to get her black ass down to our TV screen, still playing in our faces, acting as if, oh, darling, it's just antidepressants and this. Karen will never get the help that she needs. She will never face reality until she accepts that there's a problem. It's kind of like putting someone who's addicted to drugs in rehab. The rehab ain't gonna do no good if the person doesn't want to accept that they have an issue. You just put them in rehab. I'll put them in rehab so they won't go to jail. Okay, they're gonna go to rehab when they get out. They're gonna go back to doing what they was doing. What landed them in rehab. You see what I'm saying? Landed them in the courtroom. I really want Karen to get it together, but Karen is still on this. I really, really think that the Real Housewives of Potomac really gassed up Karen to believe that she's somebody who she is not. I have been very consistent in me saying that. I believe that some of these women on the Real Housewives think that they are the Beyoncés, the Rihannas, the Nikkis of the world. In the grand scheme of celebrity, you're really like me. Girl, you're really like a nobody in the grand scheme of celebrity. If Karen and all the once the girls, okay, they hired some of us. Okay, girl. I'm like a Z celebrity, and girl, Karen is like a F. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Like in the grand scheme of celebrity, Karen is like a nobody. I think that's why they call them Bravo celebrities. Because in the world of celebrity, you're a nobody. Over here, we treat you as somebody. And I think that because for some of the girls outside of Candy, outside of Kenya, who already had a taste of fame prior to them getting on the show, this is their first touch at it. So they don't know how to feel when they finally touch, you know, the fame button. Ooh. People, we yelling their names, going to see them at BravoCon, following them on social media, giving them shout outs, on your YouTube page, your Instagram page, your Twitter page, Jack, Grinder, Scruff, A for A. You love the girls, go up for the girls, right? They, pretend to be some of these girls on RuPaul's Drag Race Snatch Game. Like, we really treat these girls like they're all like the bona fide celebrities. So they start to think that they are. And I feel like that is Karen's problem. Karen, you are not Beyonce. I've said this. If Beyonce would have got into a wreck and all this shit happened with Beyonce, we would have never heard about it. Beyonce has the money, okay, to make all that shit go away. Please believe it. Justin Timberlake, girl, Justin Timberlake walked his white ass outside that building, gave a speech, and went on by his business. Those are the girls who get a slap on the wrist. Karen, baby, it sounds like you about to be inmate 573 97735. Whoa, my God, today. Anyways, we'll talk more about it if something comes out. I hope Karen gets it together. I like Karen, but girl, we just gotta call a thing a thing. Karen, it's a mess. You a mess. You gonna forever be a mess. Get it together, sister. Do you think she should? Do you think she should get 6 months in jail? 6 months, baby. Girl, if she gets 6 months, she definitely ain't coming back until season 11. Because I don't see them holding out for Karen. I mean, I know y'all say they did it for Teresa, but I don't see them doing it for no Karen. Especially with the way that the reunion is going. I don't even, girl. To me, with the way that the reunion is going, I don't even like, girl. They're doing okay just without Karen. I don't even miss Karen at the reunion. I'll say at least I'll say between 30 to 90 days. I definitely think she should go to jail. Girl, your fourth. Girl, at one point I was just like, girl, just kinda, your fourth. You ain't learned your lesson after you. Girl, you you're not an alcoholic just because you get a DUI. People get DUIs. You don't know what people are going through. Somebody mama could have just died and they going through it. They could have just found out that you just never know what people are going through, right? But at some point, 4 DUIs at the big age of 60 years old, you still ain't learned your lesson? Girl, you're going to have to make Karen an example, unfortunately. So, girl, if you got to give her 30 days in jail, 60 days, it is what it is. All right, I'm gone. Bye, y'all.